We are live.
Nice.
Yeah. This is the flip side. Oh man, my hair is awful.
COVID hair?
I got COVID hair. Ah, crap, man. That's
what
pretty
about me?
bad.
I cut my own hair.
Yours is okay though, actually. Yours is okay. Mine's like flopping up and down and like, yeah, this COVID thing was bad for my hair. What the hell?
Yeah, I want the haircut.
You flip it over. Just take a look at our beautiful Honolulu.
Yeah. So this is my Kiki district. Yeah. So
Not much going on but moving today, right?
yeah. So yeah, just hanging out here, Alder Avenue. Getting ready to head out for Home Depot.
Phone Depot?
Home Depot.
Oh, Home Depot. You said Home Depot, folks. This is our inaugural trial run. This isn't really real. This is more like test footage. But we're going to do lots of test footage today.
Yeah. Well, we're just figuring things out as we go along.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a fun experiment in YouTubery. Not toolery, but YouTubery.
YouTuber.
YouTubery. There's Makiki Park.
Mm-hmm. And for those watching on BitChute, don't worry, it's still BitChute. But BitChutery doesn't sound as good.
No, BitChutery does not sound good. It's got to be. This is the one for people on BitShittery. BitShittery is what we really want to say. See, we already got censored by YouTube. They demonetized us. God damn it.
Oh well.
Yeah, but since it's BitChute, we could do that.
Yes. But we have to live with it.
Oh man, see that's the one bad thing about Hawaii. People drive really slowly. But this guy's actually being nice, just taking care of his neighbor. Pretty awesome. This is my buddy's old place that he is moving out of.
And why is the UPS delivering on Sunday?
Oh, they do that now.
They do that now?
Yeah, they do that now.
I had no idea.
I only know because some of my packages for the YouTube stuff arrived on last Sunday.
Oh.
For God knows whatever reason. I was like, okay, delivered Sunday. That's cool.
I guess now I'm gonna have to check my mail on Sundays too.
Well, I have a feeling that because of everything that happened with COVID, that it might be adjusted hours too, just trying to make sure they're able to maintain their jobs and stuff. Just an idea.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, welcome folks to 310 and the 808.
I like the name.
Yes. That was a great idea you came up with. I thought AJ and Gmo. Oh yeah, a lot of homeless people here. But the homeless people here are like nice. Like they're crazy, but they're not. They're not insane.
I must admit, like the homeless people here are far less aggressive than in LA. So
Yeah. Like they're not. Sometimes it can be in your face, but it's not terrible.
yeah, I remember one time I got chased half a block by a homeless guy. Amigo.
I remember the Amigo guy. That was hilarious.
Like, no, not your amigo.
Oh no, he disagreed. So the structure of Hawaiian freeways is very different than Los Angeles, I've noticed.
Yeah.
The way they do it is, I don't understand. Sometimes you will miss your stop or where you're trying to get going to, and you have to go like way around. Like they don't have multiple areas where you can just exit off the off-ramp,
Yeah, so it makes it so we have to stay on the freeway longer than I think we need to be. And also, for me, like one of the bigger issues is that sometimes the entrances and the exits are not designed so by the time you get to merge with the freeway, you are at a speed where you can easily merge with the freeway.
Yeah.
Like the Pecoy entrance, that one's a little bit short, and then to stay on the freeway, you have to merge over 3 lanes.
Yeah.
To stay on the freeway, otherwise you hit the exit. You exit Punahou. So
Yeah, that's another interesting thing about Hawaii is that there are multiple one-way streets everywhere you go, not just in Honolulu, but even to Mililani, where we're going right now. One-way streets are freaking everywhere here.
Yeah. Personally, this is my opinion about one-way streets. Is they actually keep cars on the road longer than they need to be, because then if you need to turn around, you gotta go the long way around instead of just taking the next street or making a U-turn.
Yep.
So I think it makes traffic worse. But
I think the feeling that the reason why they did it, because when I look at the one-way streets here, you can tell they were easily two-way streets, like not too long ago.
yep.
And that it was recently that they thought, well, if we just turn this into a one-way street, maybe that'll make traffic better, even though it didn't. I mean, the only thing that made traffic better was COVID, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I also think about it this way. When we make a one-way street, it's like, okay, sure, we have more lanes in one street, but that means we lost the other street, because now you can only go one direction.
Yep, that's totally true.
So
Totally true.
so technically the net change in lanes hasn't changed, but what has changed is that now you have to drive a little longer if you want to turn around and go extra places instead of taking the shorter route.
Yeah, it becomes overly wrought and complicated. Like you said, you're stuck on the road. And if you could just make that left turn real quick or make that right turn real quick, then you have eliminated, 20 minutes. Well, not 20 minutes necessarily, but maybe 5 or 10 minutes from your drive. Yeah, that's a very good point. I was also thinking, we'll probably get demonetized just for calling it COVID, or maybe limited status, whatever they do on YouTube, because they're so censorious. Maybe we should call it the beer virus.
The beer virus.
The beer virus, right?
The Mexican beer virus.
The Mexican beer virus.
That came from China.
I'm still not sure how that works, but yeah, that's true. That's totally true. Or should we call it the China virus? No, I like beer virus.
Beer virus. I think people will know what we're talking about. And maybe we can go back to the video and just like bleep me out when I keep saying the other.
Oh, we both said it, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing that happened.
So if you saw us bleeping things before, now you'll know what we were talking about.
Well,
we can beer virus.
Well, we can keep this on was it shit bit or no bit shit?
Yeah.
BitChute. I'm sorry for BitChute people. You can hear us unfiltered, unedited.
Ooh.
All of our naughty words that we can't put on YouTube.
Yeah.
They'll be there. I mean, not that we curse that much. It's not that much to curse about, but it's just grittier.
Gritty. Oh, speaking of gritty, right now we're in Kalihi.
Oh yeah, this is considered the Po side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is like the nicest Po side of town I've ever seen in my life.
It actually got nicer. I got here like 5 years ago, and it was definitely a lot grittier in those days, and they cleaned it up quite a bit.
Oh, Dillingham is still kind of crappy though.
Yeah. but really, it was much worse.
Wow. This is like nice worse. Look at this. They still got palm trees everywhere too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this part wasn't too bad. So, but yeah, when we're getting closer to King Street down there or Dillingham.
Yeah, this is actually. Well, I saw a broken fence there. That was pretty bad, but this is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at it, this is, especially compared to LA, you go to South Central, you go to, Crenshaw. Actually, Inglewood has gotten a lot better.
Yeah, so the last few years.
Yeah, the last few times I've been back home, I've been in Inglewood, and I almost don't recognize it from when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And even when I was living there ages ago. Because that was one of the reasons why I left. Did I tell you one of the reasons why I left that apartment that I used to live in, that nice cheap apartment I had?
Yes, you did. You told me that someone got killed nearby.
Yes. Okay, so I did tell you the story. I wasn't sure if I told you.
Yeah, but you can tell for our audience.
I'll tell it for the audience. So long ago and far away, I lived in Inglewood. Where was it? It was off of Beach Street, and darn it, I can't remember. Was it La Tijera? No, I can't remember. It was around that area. Anyway, that tells you how long ago it was if I can't remember the streets. Anyway, I actually liked living there. It was knew my neighbors, which is rare, especially in LA. We got along pretty good, and it was cheap, and I liked it. But one day I came home from work, and there was blood all over the front sidewalk to the entrance of my complex, and that's when I realized I had to leave. And so I think it was like a couple weeks after that I got my stuff together, and hey, that guy smoking weed or is that a cigarette? I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
Yeah.
But maybe a cigarette. But I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes I see guys smoking weed out here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, that's when I realized I had to go. So that's the my leaving Inglewood story and never going back to live there. Go back for food, but that's a different story entirely.
I'm on the same boat. I always like to go to like certain parts of the valley or East LA for good Mexican food.
Oh, East LA has some great places to eat. Hey, I was thinking, maybe since we're doing this vlog style thing, we might want to, whenever we go back into town, show some awesome places in LA too.
Yeah.
Where, people like to go, locals like to eat and stuff like that.
Hey, I actually I told them I want to go to LA for Christmas break.
Well, that'd be great because there'll be less lines and stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully after the beer virus is ended, or maybe not ended, but where the hysteria is kind of over, it'll be a little bit easier to do that.
Well, I just wanted to show real quick these apartments. Robello Lane.
Robello Lane.
So when I came to Hawaii, I first stayed at the little Airbnb while I looked for apartments and job. And after I found an apartment, I found these apartments in Robello Lane. They were cheap comparative to other places, and yeah, I moved in and I lived here for about 6-7 months. It was a lot seedier in those days.
Well, I can't imagine that because this doesn't look that bad, man.
Yeah, it's gotten better. But before it used to be like weird people hanging out around here. I think like maybe some drug dealing was probably going on.
That's a very interesting thing about Hawaii. When I first got here, I was not expecting to see as many homeless people as I did.
Yeah, that's always a little shocking.
Yeah. And the gang problem seems to have gotten better because when I go down in Kalihi and all these places, it's not nearly what it was before. Mm-hmm. So I think they've done a good job cleaning it up.
I mean, we see some tents right over here. But,
oh yeah, they're definitely tent cities.
But at least back in 2015, there was a lot more tents around here. And right up there, it's Aala Park, and it was completely full. And back there's a little river across Honolulu Community College that was also boom, 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 one tent after the other.
Wow.
There's things that happen. I believe many of the homeless people were moved to places near Sand Island.
Oh yeah, that's what they've been doing for a while now, right?
Yep.
Trying to move them about into Sand Island. Oh, here's Dillingham. Speaking of which, actually, but Dillingham's not that bad. I would know we're giving it a bad rep, but it's not bad. Yeah, especially compared to LA, and there's a lot of good places to eat on Dillingham itself. And the giant Costco that most folks in Honolulu like going to it's situated right here in Dillingham too. You got your Satellite City Hall where you do your DMV stuff for the most part and get your driver's licenses, that kind of thing. They also have policemen's exams and stuff there, at least I think on paper, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a lot of really interesting stuff in one little area, packed in. And when I first got here to visit Guillermo, because he's been living here way longer than me, he actually took me to a pretty awesome dive bar that, oh, look at this fellow. He looks jolly. Wow, that's yeah, it's a deli.
So, yeah, he's having a good time.
There's actually a really awesome dive bar. Hopefully we can do an interview if they survive the beer virus. And just, it's awesome dive bar called Leslie's Place that I really like. They've got a dance floor and karaoke, so you can karaoke and dance together. And the beers are pretty cheap, usually about $3, I think, for like a Miller Lite. So that's an awesome place that I hope we get to visit, and I hope that survives the virus, honestly, because that's a really awesome place.
Yeah. So that's our goal. Share some of the cool little spots that we stumble upon around here, and yeah, that way there's if something that catches your eyes, maybe it will inspire you to go.
Yeah. Or if you guys have any requests, or you're thinking, well, I've heard about this place in Oahu, just curious about it, can you guys check it out? We can certainly go and take a look. Maybe we already know it. You never know.
Right here we are coming into Honolulu Community College on the right, and Costco on the left.
Yeah, Costco's over here. I like going to that Costco.
Yeah.
Which actually looks like every other Costco ever. I thought it would be different Hawaii themed when I got here the first time, but it just a little disappointed that it was just plain old Costco.
One of the things that I got disappointed over here was that there's no Trader Joe's in Hawaii. Even though Trader Joe's in the mainland, they love to wear the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, and people here love Trader Joe's, by the way. If ever you bring something, go to the mainland, go to Comfort LA, and then come over here, they will love you forever if you bring anything that is of Trader Joe's. So it's just so surprising they don't have a Trader Joe's here. It just seems like natural Hawaiian sort of stuff too. But, yeah.
So right now it's early June. We had a pretty cold winter and spring.
Which was nice, especially given that everyone was stuck at home.
Yeah, actually I was surprised. I think this might have been the coldest winter and spring that I can remember in Hawaii, because normally I'm still hot, even in winter. But this time I was like, oh, it's actually feels a little chilly.
Well, last year was, which is strange because last year was punishingly hot for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when I thought it was going to be the same thing, but it's been nice and cool.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something to that global warming thing.
Or global cooling.
Or global cooling in this case. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why it's now called climate change.
Climate change.
Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't want to be controversial with this channel. We want this to be, sunshines and rainbows, or
sunshine and rainbows. I like that. We're gonna have to put some Brother Is music.
Oh yeah, I love Brother Is, but see, I'm afraid of getting copyrighted. I was thinking of using Final Fantasy metal from this guy that he does game soundtracks, but he does metal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was gonna ask him for permission to use his stuff so we don't get copyright strike.
That's right. We have to be all careful about that.
But maybe we could use Brother Is for. It would take a little bit of work, but I think it would make running the BitChute channel a lot more fun, because you can just have the freedom to do stuff and know that we're not doing it to steal from anybody. We're just using it to make a better product.
Yeah. I think better fair use in BitChute.
Better fair use, yeah. Along with free speech, which should be big for everybody, especially these days.
speaking of free speech, we're arriving at Home Depot.
Home Depot. And so the battery is acting funny right now, so we are going to sign off for right now, and we're going to bring you more Hawaiian rainbows as soon as we can. And you have anything you want to say, Jimo?
Aloha.
Hey, he said aloha, and I will say mahalo. Thanks, folks.